Today, we're doing some pretty writing.
Some assembly required.
This morning, we went on a maybe a little bit too long bike ride, so we're exhausted and we need something that will relax us. Some kind of a project to keep our brains busy, but it's not too hard because we're tired. And we have just the perfect activity. Once upon a time, long ago, I got this book called Handwriting for Relaxation. Basically what it is a series of projects that you can make pretty little hand-lettered sayings and like some leaves around it or little pretty arrows and stuff like that. Just a project that you can do, you can focus on. It doesn't take a whole lot of brain activity necessarily, but it's fun. You can use your creativity in sort of a Zen kind of way. Bonus! Lily has decided that she would like to learn cursive. I'm not entirely sure that they will be teaching it at school, so she started to learn it over the summer and also a little bit last year. Now this is a really fun way to practice cursive, because I don't know if you remember having to learn it and just write stuff over and over and over and over. I do. It's not as fun. That is definitely a part of the process, but this makes it way more fun.
But for me, it's kind of stressful because I want it to be perfect.
Some of us are perfectionists. Both of us are perfectionists.
I'm more of a perfectionist.
I think it's because I have come to terms with not everything being perfect all the time. It's fine if it's a little bit messy. So naturally, you can just do it on regular paper. But we have got ourselves these adorable little books because we're cute.
Also, they have like blank pages, and they have this really cool thing inside of them.
Yeah, there you go. It's a little insert that it has lines on one side and like a grid on the other side. So you don't have to be writing on lined paper, but you can still make your writing be straight. We got these at IKEA a long time ago. So we've done the first 3 projects in the book, and they were really fun. So the next project is all about ampersands. So basically it teaches you how to draw an ampersand in the pretty style that they have established. And they give us a little project to practice it. So our saying this time is dream it and do it. And then there's a pretty little Laurel situation on the outside.
Which we have learned before.
We have learned it before. Let's see if we can still do it. This is a little bit different. It's kind of nice. You know, you're not doing the same thing over and over and over again. So you're always learning a little bit something different, which is nice.
I'm excited. It looks really loopy.
It does look loopy. It's just nice to be able to do something pretty once in a while. I don't have pretty handwriting, but I can fake it with this. So you can too, I'm pretty sure. So all you really need for this is a pencil and a piece of paper. Of course, we have our little practice books, and we like to go over it with Sharpie pen. I'm a big fan of the Sharpie pen because I know that if you use colored pencil or watercolor or something over it, it's not going to bleed. But, you know, you can also use whatever else that you have. And then we also brought down some colored pencils, just in case we want to add some color. Clever, right? Pretty clever. So the first thing that we do, well, we're going to learn how to do our ampersands for a minute. We'll practice a couple. Then we will sort of figure out where to put our writing. We're going to put it exactly where they put it in the book because, you know, you can always, after you've learned all the stuff, I feel like you can take it in whatever direction. But we're not trying to do that today. We are trying to just relax and make a project. So first, we'll ampersand. So we practiced some ampersands, which is cool, and I think that practicing them probably also helps with both practicing cursive, because, you know, you want to make it nice and smooth and keep your lines all smooth and flowy. But then it also, you're not really thinking about it, you're just trying to do the same thing over and over again, and then eventually you find, a way that you like to draw it. I'd have never really been into the ampersand before, but I quite like this stripy one that I did. So, neat. The next thing that we do is we lay out our saying. Basically, what they're teaching us in this book is to do sort of a faux calligraphy look, which definitely makes, at least it makes my handwriting look better. So you just do your handwriting, you write dream it, and then you add a little extra thickness to everything that would be a downstroke. So basically it's like using a fancy calligraphy marker, except that you don't make a mistake with a marker. You can erase it and sort of adjust everything, and then you can go over everything and darken it up. So we'll show you how we do it. Lily's already
on my Ampersand.
Practically finished. So we'll write the phrase, thicken the downstrokes, and then make it fancy, I guess. Now, after you lay out your words in pencil and before you ink them, we are going to add our little laurel wreath. It's not really a wreath, but our pretty vegetation
thing.
And then once it's all together and we're happy with it, then we can add some ink and some color.
Oh, and for the laurel vegetation thingy thing, you just draw a line and then you do like a little teardrop shape at the end, and then you do kind of like hearts. Yeah, like little hearts, or you can do more little teardrop shapes. You can do them however you want. Also, they added little dots to look like berries.
I like that. Or I might even make mine little circles so that I can color them in. Ooh, if we're going to use color, we might as well use color.
Smart.
Thanks. I like projects that are fun for both of us, but then might also be useful in certain ways, like maybe they're educational or they're good practice for something, and this definitely is one of those things. I recommend this book. It is fun for me. Like, I would recommend it for anyone. Plus, if you wanted to practice your handwriting or practice as much writing as possible, it's always nice to have something that you can do together, but that is not
fun for both of you.
Yeah. Because a lot of things are fun for one and not necessarily the other, but this is cool no matter what. Time for ink.
So, that was really relaxing. Doing all the leaves kind of hurt my wrist a little bit, but for my and, I did gold around it and then faded it into white. I think that made the black for the and pop out way more.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Thank you.
And mine, I'm happy with it. I like the way it came out.
I like how it's kind of like simple.
Thanks. I definitely know that some of my lines are way thicker than the other ones, but that's okay because it's fine. It definitely teaches you to let go of perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just have fun.
So are we going to do another one?
I don't know. Maybe we'll do... There's a really simple one next that sort of teaches you a way to add some printing into your cursive.
And maybe we don't have to do like the whole sentence and decorate it perfectly. Just do like a word.
That's a good idea. We'll give you a little sneak peek of the... What do they call it? The whimsical print alphabet, because it's cute. So it's like a little way to add variety.
It's like the word relaxation. That's what that's what they mean.
So we'll do, I don't know, we'll think of something to write and we'll speed it up. And then leave us a comment. Do you like this type of thing? Are you interested in watching more? Should we keep on showing some of our projects?
And we could make them a series.
Yeah, we could make it a series of the different calm writing. I don't know. We'll think of something clever. But yeah, give us a like or write a comment or something if you'd like to see more of these, because we're going to do them anyway. So Should they be videotaped? Maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. I don't know, we'll see.
So that was really fun too, and it turned out really cool.
This is a sneak peek at the writing for the next project, just a different type of printing, so that everything doesn't need to be in the same font. That's a little peek at what's coming up next. So we are going to continue to work through this book. Let us know by liking and or commenting if you would like to see that. I will show you the book again. It's called Handlettering for Relaxation, and it's by Amy Latta. I'm pretty sure I got it. Well, I got it at the Amazon bookstore, so that basically counts as Amazon. But I'm sure you can find it at different bookstores if you are not a fan.
It also has a very pretty cover.
It does have a pretty cover. I am not affiliated in any way with this book, but I really like it. If you enjoy handwriting, if you enjoy making cute little signs, if you like inspirational phrases, if you have not the best handwriting, but you still like all of those things, it's a cool book. It is actually legitimately relaxing and fun and kind of like zens you out.
Yeah, it actually works.
And it's a good practice if you need to practice that sort of thing. If you had fun, make sure that you give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet and you would care to do so, you can do that right underneath the video and click the bell so that you can hear when our new videos come out. They come out on Tuesday
and Saturday.
And so hopefully you like this and you'd like us to make more videos of it. If not, we might anyway. And we will make all kinds of other videos too, so come on back and check it out. Until then, we will be doing things. Sorts of things. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye!